Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the final replay review of the regular season. This is week 8, and the playoffs are already among us. They have started.
I love pattern recognition.
Yeah.
What's up? How's everybody been? It's been a whole week since we've spoken to you. I haven't said anything to anybody on Discord at all, ever. We got a bunch of people in here. We got... We got Drix is here. Yo. C2.
Number one fan, Drix. Oh, wait,
Flying
number one's
Pan.
usurped already.
I think Flying Pan is probably Penziska,
Yeah, well,
if I were to guess.
as long as no grounded
Rice,
pan shows
Azzy.
up.
We got Nahyma Battle Academy in here.
Boo.
Get this guy out of here. He stinks.
How are we not the number one fan?
Yeah. There's so many number one fans.
Yeah.
Kind of takes away from the title of being number one.
True.
All good. So we do have a bunch of replays to go over today. We will be talking about the playoff implications for a lot of them, except for one. If you remember back in, I guess it would have been the beginning of week 6. Actually,
Yep,
we had
Tuesday of
we had
week
somebody
6.
we had somebody play all of the rest of their games for the rest of the season early because they were going on vacation. And this is the one that they would have played during week 8 that they nominated a long time ago. And it's been 3 weeks since then. I don't remember what happens. So we're going to be in this ride together.
Yeah.
And there were only 2 submissions for highlight submissions this week, by the way. So
You're checked out for playoffs.
yeah, so we've got this one.
This
that
is
was
supposed to be the
nominated a long
spicy
time
week,
ago.
when all the matches matter and the ones that don't have the funniest sets on the planet.
I know. I don't know. So nobody really submitted much. We've got this one that was from week 6. We have a hustle one. We have an all-star one. Or sorry, we have a hustle one and another swarm one. There were no truant submissions, and there was one all-star one that I wanted to go through anyways that was really high on our hype meter from last week. So had a lot of implications for 2 people playing for their playoff lives.
I think the last...
Otherwise, I hope everyone's been okay
time-
since then.
Or no, maybe it wouldn't have been the last time. The last time I had a team that I actually enjoyed playing. We did my week 8 game. I think it was against Sid, actually. And it was... And we were, like, basically set to play in one of the first couple rounds of playoffs. And it was, like, our week 8 game. We were both locked in. And that was the game that I brought, I think, 4 iron balls to the game.
Wait, I remember that.
It was because he had the trick room team with the double mega and the mega camera. So I was like, hey, I can use an iron ball to like be slow if I want to, or I can just trick all the iron balls onto you because I had the prankster Grafai with trick for it as well.
Our playoff brackets being looked at alongside replays or just the state of playoffs in general. We will be looking at the brackets and an overview. Like, I do want to go a little bit in depth in at least some interesting matchups that I think will be entertaining.
Yeah,
As
it'll
well
be
as-
it'll be kind of in place the doc review that we normally do.
Yeah.
Like we'll give a glance to like the oh, these people didn't quite make it. Oh well. See you next season, and then just talk about the matchups.
Yeah. There is one hustle game that's already been played. I don't remember if you already touched on this, but that's okay. There's already one that's already been
I
played.
think I said it in the
So
announcement.
yeah, so when we release the predictions bracket, if you're listening to this, you've got a free space, but that's all right. Get them in ASAP so that we can close it within the next couple days, so people don't get more free spaces. That would be great.
Yeah, I think
By
ideally
the time
probably
another
like
one
the end
happens,
of the
we
day
might close.
tomorrow would be when
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
gonna close it because Fridays is usually when they start coming in, but
Yep.
Thursday is also a popular day, so that's why if one.
I like
if one
Thursday.
is gonna play-
Thursday. I mean, I would like Wednesday if we didn't stream every Wednesday. Well, actually, that's why we stream on Wednesday, is because that's like my preferred time to do extra stuff.
Yeah,
So
I always just like Thursday
I don't
because
know,
like
that's what it is.
it's not procrastinating all the way to the weekend, where then like I spend the entire day like being like I should probably build, but on Thursday it's like I can work today and like build while I work, and then play a game in the evening when I don't really have anything else going on, and it's like close enough to the weekend that like I don't care if I have to like play late on a Thursday because like Friday's not as stressful at work. But like
Yeah.
doing it like in the middle of the week, like after or also working, like for me, like I never really like playing on Wednesdays or Tuesdays or Mondays. Or
See, I don't know.
like that.
Wednesdays are good. It might just be like the job that I do. I work Thursday to Sunday.
Yeah,
pretty,
you
like,
have a different
physical job.
schedule.
So yeah, I get home and I'm like just exhausted and don't want to play.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, Harry
Thursdays when I start
says,
cooling
any
down.
chance you can review this one later? Lol, I can't listen right now. I'm at the gym.
Do you want to do it last? We can just put it to the end.
I know. Do you want to go reverse and we'll start with All Star instead, and we'll do this at the end?
Yeah, we can do that. Or we could do
We do
Swarm,
the other
Hustle,
Swarm one
All
right
Star, and then just jump back to Swarm.
Sure.
So
Let's do the other
let's set it
Swarm.
up. Yeah. We'll just keep
Well,
the
we
first
will put this in your pocket. We'll be doing this one later. We've got our other Swarm submission, and here we have Glittering Atlas as I'm Totally Not Satan, and Sky Knight as Rose Persistence in their Week 8 battle. Let me double check their teams here to check for like Terra captains and everything.
Looks like Terra Suicune, probably the only Terra captain here. And then
Thursday to Sunday, how many hours?
Run this. Second.
I usually work like 10-hour shifts. Depending on the day. Sundays are sometimes shorter, but yeah, usually equates to about 40 hours. Usually, it can be longer though. Depends. Okay, let me check. Sorry, we've got Sky Knight. He has... It's Terra Gengar and Terra Rotom Fan.
Okay, so the Gengar is just Terra Ghost.
It's just Terra Ghost. Probably a Scarf, I'd assume.
Yeah, I wonder if
the
there's
best
just
way
no
of using
normal
Terra
type on
Ghost.
this team. Maybe no
Yeah,
good dark
I mean,
types.
what's the resist? There's not
Yeah.
a single resist.
Yeah.
It could honestly, even the team is... Atlas's team is pretty slow, so it might even just be like Nasty Plot.
It could be
Or Specs.
Yeah.
Because
And
Trick is
also,
not
like,
bad actually too.
I think specs were like something that boosts the power of it would be pretty strong against this team. Where like if you're running the double stab ghost on your special attacker against a Glow King team, that you're probably hoping to be able to just kill it, right? Like you don't want this thing to like even survive a hit,
Yeah.
especially as a psychic type
Like-
against your poison. Like I think that like you would just figure it out. Like what do I need to do to like make it so this Glow King doesn't even get a single turn in front of me? If that's specs, if that's Nasty Plot with the Terra Ghost, I would think that you'd lean to that over a Scarf.
Yeah,
I
I
think
actually
we
think
need
you can bring this in against like Suicune, for example.
Yeah.
And get a plot off, and then I don't know if you actually Oko, maybe with Terra Ghost, probably actually.
Yeah. Well, what's nice is that you also you would outpace like a Calm Mind Suicune.
Yeah, exactly. But you could also trick the Suicune, so hard to say.
Yeah. Either way,
Okay, a +2 Terra Ghost Shadow Ball does not kill max HP Suicune. Okay. Anyways, on the other side for
probably kills Glow King.
for Atlas, we have Terra, Suicune, and everything else is Stellar because I don't think any of them are captains.
Yeah, it's just the Fire Suicune.
Yeah. The second captain is right, it's the Arctozolt, and that didn't come.
Yeah, I think the leads here, and also I think I understand why there's no Arctozolt. Like you never really know what the Mew is gonna do. You're never OKOing the Terrapagos if it comes in, full health. Like you're not really getting the sweeps with that. It is nice that
there's no electric resist though, right?
No, yeah, and I was gonna say it is nice that like the ice resist on this team too. Like we're not kind of Weavile. The ice resist is weak to electric, but even still, I think I can see why. And maybe even Zolt isn't that fast, so like maybe even in snow you're just not fast enough to beat Weavile. Who knows?
I'm looking at the rest of Sky Knight's team. There is a Ferrothorn that might be a bit of a deterrent.
Yeah, that
And there is an Ursaluna, so you can't just run Band
right.
with Bolt.
Yeah, if you're running like Lorb and then still hitting into the
Yeah, so
like the
makes a bit more sense. There are electric resists in the back that make it not as easy to get off.
And this
Plus
is a
the
solid
fact
team
that-
to bring here too. Like I think that this is
these are
this
fine.
is fun.
This is not Mega Dancy, I think.
It's
It is
not,
Mega
no.
Dancy, my bad.
Okay.
It is. And it's not Scizor Mega, so.
Yeah.
Okay,
So I would say
if
that
were-
I would say
Yeah.
Gliscor Deancey probably leads, or you just lead the Gloking. The only reason I wouldn't lead Gloking here is because you're weak to Weavile, you're weak to Gengar, and these both could lead. So I don't know if you would lead. Like, it's not very safe to just come in and pivot out right away like it normally is if you're doing that, because you could just be against either of these guys being choiced in some way. I think that just going Deancey, maybe shutting down a Terapagos setup or a Mew setup with your Magic Bounce, or Gliscor just come in, even if you just protect turn 1, get your Toxic Orb running.
I think you probably lead Deancey here. Because honestly, everything else
don't want Gliscor into
is
kind of either.
Everything else is kind of bad to lead.
Yeah.
Like Gliscor, you can't. It's hard to lead into all of these knockoff users. I mean, especially Weavile, obviously.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, if you brought Protect for Weavile, I think that would make sense too for Gliscor.
Everything is gonna just have fire coverage though for the Scizor, so that's kind of tough to lead. Like, assuming that the lead is gonna be one of. I mean, I guess if it's a Weavile lead,
well,
Scizor
Weavile
is strong.
he doesn't have a.
But like Mew, Terapagos, and I think Gengar gets Mystical Fire. I don't remember. Let me double check here.
I know he gets Wisp. He used Fire Punch for the longest time, but that was before Mystical Fire existed. I don't know if he gets Fire
It actually doesn't get Mystical Fire. Yeah, so
I think he just gets Wisp. But you still don't want to get Wisp as Gliscor like turn 1 or Scizor.
But I mean, like I was saying before, I think when you see Terra Ghost, you kind of assume it's like Scarf Trick.
Yeah, it's just going to be looking. And honestly, Trick against Gliscor wouldn't even be that bad if you got rid of that, because you don't care about the Toxic Orb. And you could trick the Toxic Orb onto someone else. Like this we could. Actually, no, that might actually be kind of like a sick lead if you're Gengar here.
I mean, you also just lose your Gengar to the Earthquake. Yeah. So I don't think Gengar's a good lead here. The problem with Scizor is just that I think Mew and Terapagos, that are the other leads, are just going to have Flamethrower for you.
Yeah, I think
which is why I think Deancey is good.
And then, do you think like I think honestly like you could lead like any of these, like any of Terapagos or Mew just to set up, or if one of these guys are choice and wants to just pivot out or just swap out.
Yeah, it definitely depends, because like Mew and Terapagos are so flexible, so you can like, I don't know which one is set up. I would think probably set up Mew here is better than Terapagos. Because it can beat out like it can like taunt to Roar Suicune or something like that.
Yeah, I kind of like Terapagos just for his like I don't know who the normal is. There's not a normal resist besides Scizor. If you just run your Terra Starstorm and Flamethrower, like, and you get a Calm Mind and a Rock Polish off, like, you could probably do a lot of damage to this team.
You want a Calm Mind and a Rock Polish and click normal moves? I mean, there's also not a Psychic resist other than Scizor.
Well, I'm saying that the only resist is 4 times weak to something. So if you just
I mean, it's the same for Mew. It can just be like Nasty Plot, Psychic, Flamethrower, Taunt, or Roost or something.
Is there not? I guess if there's no Dark resist or no Ghost resist, there's probably not a Dark type on the team anywhere.
Yeah.
I'm not looking at the whole roster, but either way, I think we've probably talked enough about it.
Yeah, let's take a look. Let's take a look.
Yeah. Gloking. It is the Gloking lead into the Terapagos, so this is
okay. I think this is just gonna
hazard.
Rock. I think it's utility.
Oh, Earth Power.
Earth Power is fine.
Gets Toxic. Probably don't love that.
That's okay. This is gonna switch out. It didn't switch out. I agree with the Starstorm. I think either a Starstorm or Stealth Rocks there would have been correct.
How much did the Earth Power do? 42. It did the same amount.
Yeah.
But you're preserving PP on the Starstorm. Subs up. So protect with the Toxic. Yeah, I mean, you're down to 3 Terra Starstorms.
Just loses.
2.
Yeah.
And you're gonna die to Toxic next turn if you don't swap.
Yeah.
You just
Suicune's a menace. I mean, surely there's something better you can do there.
Yeah.
I feel like just keeping this in to let it die to eat to protect is kind of bad.
Wait, it's just -1 PP because of the pressure.
Yeah. That's a big Shadow Ball.
Yeah, that looks like
Maybe
that's 1%.
damage.
Wow, I wonder if that's a roll. I mean, similar situation, you just kind of let it die.
I think that's a bit different though, because the alternative to keeping Gliscor alive
Rock Polish and no Mega. to keep the bulk. Let's go back if you want to talk about that.
There we go. Yeah, the alternative to keeping Gliscor alive is something else dies, whereas the alternative to keeping or to letting Terrapagos die is something else switches.
Probably something else. Yeah, something else that just works.
Yeah, like there's no real risk there, other than
also,
maybe you don't want them to sub on your switch. But
this was a swap, so you gotta wonder too if it's kind of like prepared for something else, and it's like, oh, this isn't the set that I thought it was gonna be, so let's just like, I don't need the Gliscor. Not that I can't imagine there are many situations where you just don't need the Gliscor anymore, but there is a Weavile. You did already get rid of the Terrapagos. I mean, maybe Gliscor isn't as necessary anymore, but who knows? Either way, survives at 1%, but ultimately doesn't matter.
That Shadow Ball PP with a Protect.
Yeah. How much?
I mean, when you're running double pressure, things like that do matter.
Yeah. Shadow Ball. Yeah, and then not megaing there is huge because you probably die if you mega. And isn't it a speed tie? Once
not
it's mega.
+2. It is without the +2. Yeah.
Yeah, before the +2. There's like if it's mega.
I mean, that's good shit.
Yeah.
And having that Gengar down is really nice.
This is blow for blow.
Yeah, this is extremely scrappy. Everything is just almost every turn something is dying.
There's very little like preservation of
it screens Mew.
See,
what's the setup?
Screens. Weavile Swords Dance maybe. Be risky.
Maybe it's like some Kudchu bulk up Tauros.
Oh yeah, actually yeah, Tauros could set up. Because it has Quake for Glow King and then probably just CC for everything else.
It just blew up.
It exploded.
Those screens are almost down. Here comes the sub. Yep, this will eat the Scald.
They both sub. I mean, you are stalling out the screen turns, right? Oh no, they're both saying it. These screens don't look like they're gonna end up mattering a whole lot. That's still probably gonna. No, maybe not. I guess the light screen offsets it enough. He is -1 spit F.
You gotta start predicting the protect turns, I think.
Yeah, and then he bulks up on the other.
And then you do it on the wrong turn. Yeah, and now your light screen's gone.
And there's the sub gone too. Oh, he doesn't predict that, or doesn't protect that turn.
It makes sense.
You don't have a sub anymore now. You just died of
yeah, exactly. That's the turn that Tauros could sub, so you don't protect there.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it makes sense for Suicune not to protect on that turn.
Yeah. Wait, this might still win.
Kills.
It is Scarf Cure him though. That's how it outsped the Tauros. Oh yeah, wait, I forgot.
317 max, 328. Yeah.
Damn, GG's. I don't have too much to really say about that. It felt like these guys were just ready to hit each other. You know, I think I kind of disagree with the Mew.
Surely that crit did not matter.
I feel like the Mew had to do that before letting Terrapagos die.
Right.
What was the Terrapagos set? Oh, and it was Salac Berry, but it never got to proc the Salac Berry because it never got into range.
Oh, the Tauros was.
If it procs that Salac Berry, it beats the Kyurem, and it doesn't die to the Bullet Punch.
Yeah.
What,
You'd almost want to sub there just to get down in the range.
Yeah, it definitely should have subbed on Suicune.
Yeah.
That actually might have been GG. Depends on...
well, what was it at before that? I don't know if it gets into...
Just +2, right?
No, but I mean the... Oops. He was at like 70 something, so he would have had to sub twice to get the actual Salac range. Right, because isn't that 25%?
Yeah, so it looks like Sky Knight messed up the EVs here. You want to be, when you're sub Kudchu, you want to be able to proc your berry at 25 instead of at 1.
Yeah, so if he subs there, he would have to sub again. And at -1 Spidef, he probably, because he's +1 Spidak and -1 Spidef, that sub, I don't even know if that sub survives. The Scald, it probably does. But also, you're taking a Scald, well, through the sub, so you can get burned.
Let me check here.
Yeah, I don't know.
What was the bulk on Tauros?
Tauros was... just 4 defense. Jolly.
And it was -1. Yeah, Scald breaks the sub. So
Yeah.
since you can never sub down, like you'll have to be at 1 HP and you'll be at -1 defense. So even if you were at 25 instead of at 1 to proc the Salak, you probably still die to a Scizor Bullet Punch.
Yeah, because you'd be at
Assuming it's
-1
banded. Is it banded? You wouldn't be at -1 because you bulked up.
I thought he only bulked up once though, and he used close combat a couple times.
It bulked twice.
Oh, yeah, okay. Yeah. Well, it also depends on who comes in next, right? Like, he could just put the Kyurem in to force another close combat, then he is
True.
-1.
Yeah, actually, that's the play. So I don't think even if the Salak Berry was played properly, I think
Scizor's left
Atlas still wins that.
but it was adamant. Next attack.
Let me see what Scizor does. Oh, so Bullet Punch does 22 to 27.
So it would have killed if it was.
Yeah, so if it's at exactly 25, the Bullet Punch has a 56% chance to KO.
And that's if he's -1.
Yeah. Oh, no, if it's -1, it just kills.
Okay.
Yeah, my bad. So yeah, the play is go cure him, make him CC to go -1. Yeah, 100%.
This was the Gliscor set, by the way. It didn't even have Quake, but it had Knock. So part just kills Gengar, but it wasn't Spadef invested at all. So I don't know. I don't know why the Gliscor was the swap for the Gengar.
Yeah,
Unless
that
you were
wasn't
just planning
for
on sacking
Gengar.
it.
I just think there was no swap for Gengar.
Yeah, well, but that was before you saw how much damage it did too, right? Or did it damage the Suicune? I don't think it did.
Nope.
No, it did. Or no, it didn't.
Wait, did it?
Yeah, that was the Terapagos did all that damage. Because Suicune just swaps out. So we haven't seen anything from this Gengar yet. I mean, it's Terraghost, so I guess you can make an assumption that it's probably just
I think
gonna
the
be hitting hard.
Gliscor was just to sit in front of like Ferrothorn and Ursaluna would be my thought process, but then neither
Yeah,
came.
that's true.
And
also, like, at worst, he
Atlas
also
just
resists like
wasn't
a Sludge
frustrating
Wave
it.
or something too, if that's what he clicks, because
Yeah.
it's technically higher base power if he doesn't Terra.
Yeah, that's okay. GG. Thanks for the submission.
Yeah, that was 29 turns. Did not feel like a 29 turn game.
It didn't. It's because Suicune burnt a bunch of them with protects.
Yeah. Oh, and
Like, how many
pressure
protects
also
did
makes you
Suicune
take
play?
2 turns, so it actually skips a turn.
Oh yeah, is that how it works? Yeah.
Yeah, on the counter.
How many protects and subs did Suicune click?
Protects down to 12, so it used 4 and it used 2 subs.
Yeah, so that's just an extra 6 turns subbing, let alone the like other 6 turns it was clicking actual moves.
Yeah, because 2 Calm Minds and 3 Scalds as well.
Yeah.
That's already half of the turns in the game.
Yeah, literally, basically, right?
All right.
Yeah, GG. Thanks, guys.
Yeah, GG. We got another Glow King here.
Woo.
And another Diancie.
This is our hustle game.
It's probably Mega.
Let me check that. That's
And-
Royce, right?
Yeah. I'd be surprised if you draft Shaman and base Diancie.
It is Mega. Whoa, what's wrong with base Diancie?
I guess Diancie doesn't have the 100 spread. It doesn't, right? Yeah, because it has more defense.
No, it doesn't. Yeah, it's got 150 defenses and then
Yeah.
like 50 speed, 50 HP. This is versus I think Eager's team is really cool, actually. It's like pretty strong. This is Sheer
be
Force
Crit-Dra.
and Lando. Obviously,
Gonna
but
be Crit-Dra.
the Kingdra, it's kind of just a signature mon. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna.
But specifically
I'm not gonna
Crit-Dra,
discount him
not
for
Rain Kingdra.
Crit-Dra, yeah, yeah. So, but the like Glow-King Gambit backs, it just looks like a Paldea Dex team with a Kingdra on it. This is like very standard run of the mill, like
with the Lando with
Glow-King
Ban
Axe
Sheer
team.
Force.
Yeah.
It would just be the other Lando.
It's Terra Fairy on the Kingdra, and it
Interesting.
looks like fighting Articuno Galar. I don't think we've seen Articuno Galar really pop off in the NBA at all.
Seen
And so
regular
it might
Articuno
be
pop off.
true. It might be about time for Galarian to drop a little bit. Man, Psychic flying offensively is just really bad. It's kind of a Terra Merchant. It really needs like the fire coverage or the ground coverage or something that Terra will let it have. Or fighting in this case, I think is good too.
Oh, is that
For
yeah. Terrifying.
for the Gambit, for the backs, etc.
Yeah, that's the
But just
unfortunate thing about
offensively, its typing. Yeah, its
a
typing
lot
is
of the
bad. It has
modern
no
legendaries.
coverage.
They just don't get
Yeah.
coverage because they don't like you can't get like egg moves on them. You can't get I mean you can get TMs, but it's kind of like limited to whatever game they were in, and if they were only
Yeah, but a lot of the
one.
past gen moves are like tutor moves are the important ones, right? Like a heat wave. If it
Yeah.
had heat wave, that would be strong, and that was
Well, that's
I
what I'm
think
saying.
like
Yeah,
the
like
last
it's just
thing.
the Gen 8 and later ones that just have like the restricted move sets from current
Yeah,
gens.
exactly.
Because even like Gyapdos gets around it because it's just so strong with like
Yeah.
banded sets, but it's still
Flying fighting
usually
is just good
only
coverage.
clicking Brave Bird, close combat, and like maybe knockoff, or like if you're tailoring
Yeah,
it to a
in
matchup,
return,
maybe
and that's all
like
it
Blaze
needs.
Click or Stomping Tantrum. But it doesn't need like it's not doing like the setup sets that like Articuno would need to be like, oh well, I need something to hit dark types because
Yeah, yeah.
otherwise
It does get
it's
it
clean,
does have
right?
bulk up and agility and trailblaze and stuff.
Oh yeah, Gyapdos is yeah.
I don't think it has Gleam, if I'm being honest. It might.
No, not Gyapdos. I was talking about the. I thought we were talking about.
I mean
Articuno.
Articuno, I don't think it has it.
Really?
I think it's literally just Psychic flying. Let me check.
Wow. Maybe I'm thinking of Hisui and Braviary, who gets Gleam.
Maybe.
Psychic flying. I know he does, but they were similar.
It gets its coverage is Shadow Ball, Ancient Power. That's the list.
That's wild, actually.
A whole bunch of psychic
That's
moves,
really
a couple
bad.
flying moves. Yeah, it's really bad. That's why it's kind of a Terra Merchant, honestly. It
Yeah.
really needs it.
Yeah, it should definitely get Dazzling Gleam at least, just to hit dark types.
You'd kind of think so. Like it kind of has an almost like a brightness, like a light sub theme, right? It has like freezing glare and like it kind of feels like it's reflective in some. I don't know how to really describe it, but Dazzling. I would think Dazzling Gleam is.
There are
good
so
include.
many psychic types that just get Dazzling Gleam anyway. Like, and especially like again, Hisui and Braviary. I don't see why it'd be any different that mon gets Dazzling Gleam, and actually that mon gets heat Wave too.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's wild. I did not know that it didn't get any.
Yeah, its
sense
coverage is
not
mega
as good.
bad. Yeah. And its signature move isn't even that good. I mean, I know that Moltres and Zapdos signature moves aren't really that great either. But it's like, it's kind of just psychic with a less good. I mean, freezing things is nice. It's like a 10% freeze chance on a psychic move, which is like interesting, but you never run it for that.
Yeah.
And honestly,
what's the base power
is more.
to
I think it's just the same. Hold on.
Same
it's
as
90,
Psychic?
so it's literally a
Okay,
psychic clone that doesn't drop Spit F.
Yeah, and it's not the worst thing in the world.
Yeah, it's whatever.
Maybe if they eventually rework freeze, then they can make it 30%.
True, I can't wait for that.
Yeah, I hope they do, so that makes things more balanced. Unless, I mean, Metro would lose a lot of games, but
true, I'd be winning a lot more games.
Yeah.
Okay, so
I
know we've been yapping about the bird for a long time.
Hammerot.
I feel like we see Pawn versus Hammerot here.
Yeah.
That seems
Do you
pretty
think Pawn
likely.
sets up spikes too? Because who's got better removal here? I don't see any removal except for.
I do think it spikes. But actually, I think it U-turns turn 1 into the Shaman. I think Shaman is just a dedicated Ogre Pawn switch. You U-turn or you spike.
Oh, does Hammerot get U-turn? I thought you just had flip turn.
It is U-turn, yeah.
That's not. Yeah, you definitely run that here then. All right. Well, let's see. Is the Diancie into the Kingdra? Okay, so we're both wrong.
Wow, we suck.
Surprised by
the light screen Diancie? Huh? What the? What the? I don't think I've seen this battle. What the hell is this?
So okay, so if you're setting up screens as DNC, why wouldn't you just keep the bulk? I guess you want to outspeed the Kingdra and make sure you get it up.
Yeah, not out of the Iron Head there. Holy crap! And the speed tie.
Yeah, that was. It's a guaranteed speed tie unless
SD Shaman.
What the? Focus it. Here's crit draw, and that is going to ignore the. You're dead. Okay.
What is going on? Okay, SD again. What's its last move going to be like?
Wait,
return?
hold on. He said, "Would you believe me if I told you I fat fingered my turbine?" Did he not click it? He said he fat fingered his Terra button.
Wait, it didn't click it on Ogerpon, did it?
No.
But fat finger means like you
Yeah,
press
like you
it when
accidentally
you
pressed it. Yeah, that's what I'm
Uh,
confused. Maybe he like clicked it and then accidentally clicked off of it.
oh, maybe.
Because you definitely survive a player off there, right? If you're Terra Fairy.
Yeah, I would think so.
Because then you're actually
You
pretty
meant to
dangerous
Terra
because you
Antenna, yeah.
ignore those screens with your crits. ST's again in front of the Glow King.
Oh, but Annihilate comes in. There's no move that Shaman has here. I guess it's just like
Special
Fairy Grasp.
Annihilate?
Wait,
This has to be a match that didn't matter, right?
I mean, it's got to be, right?
Or it was Royce like going for maybe the 8-0 or something, I think.
I think he was already confirmed. There's the Yachi.
Yeah, but I think he was confirmed for playoffs, but I think he's going for like an 8-0.
Focus Blast? Is this?
That's actually a
I'm
pretty
so
funny
confused.
set, though. Blade Burst. I mean, he's just going to town now. Vacuum Wave.
No way.
I knew it was coming. I was like, he's running the Specs Vacuum Wave, bro. That's really funny.
Royce was already in, and I basically had to 6-0 to have a chance. I gotcha.
Oh, okay. You didn't 6-0 though.
SmackDown. Yeah, the shiny. Let's go.
That's just
This might
regular
just win
Rick,
though, right? Oh, Ancient Power. Going for boosts.
Not strong enough. He doesn't have the willpower. Nope.
Okay, it dies.
Couldn't be me. I got first try. Yeah, he's definitely just. It doesn't even kill.
Yeah, wow, this thing
Crit
sucks.
probably mattered. I think that's a pretty big game changer. I think he 6-0s if
Wow, thank you so much for this submission. This was educational.
I'm glad we have.
I'm glad we yapped for so long at
other-
the beginning of this
yeah.
game.
We had a more meaningful
for it to turn out like this.
conversation about Pokemon than the game ended up happening. It did use one of the 2 coverage moves that you listed for it, though.
It's true.
So therefore, viable.
We knew that was coming.
So let's move past that one.
Okay, good battle. GG next.
Harry's
This is
still gonna be at the
our-
gym by the time we get this replay.
I know. So, okay, so it sounds like that one had no playoff implications. I know we didn't really
Yeah.
talk about the first Swarm battle, though. Let me double check the
Oh, yeah, did we-
playoff
Check.
implications there. So that was Sky Knight versus Atlas. So Sky Knight lost, right?
Weavile lost. So
Yes.
whoever had Weavile.
Yeah. So Sky Knight lost. Sky Knight was 1-6 at the time, whereas
So-
Atlas was 3-4. Minus. What did he win by 3?
I
Let
think
me check.
because it was Kyurem was left, Scizor was left, and then
Oh, it was 2.
one other mon. Or not.
So then he would have been 3-4 minus 4 diff. The cutoff. So Dave Grigger is currently in 9th at 4-4 minus 3.
Yeah.
Getting that 2 diff put Atlas at 4-4 minus 2, just one
That was
above
the cutoff,
Dave
yeah.
Grigger. Yeah, which he now claims sole 8th place. If Atlas had one fewer diff, so for example, actually, if Kyurem did switch in to take that close combat to let Scizor kill, Atlas would have tied with Dave for 8th and lost on lower strength of schedule.
Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah. So actually, that's a really, really intense way for things to end. So it's a good thing that that the Tauros didn't go for those Sawak plays.
Yeah, well, I was gonna say because the swapping for the CC doesn't matter because he didn't even have the chance to do that, right? But
Yeah.
he would have had to make a decision there.
Wow, I didn't realize it was that tight at the bottom, but
wild.
Yeah, crazy. Okay, we can head on over to our All-Star game.
Our All-Star game. This
cool.
one was
Let's zoom out. We can take a look at these Terra types. These guys are Gensuzu is 4-3. Sorry, he was 4-3 with like very good diff. And Camel Convention was 3-4 with very bad diff. So, oh my bad. Actually, they were both 3-4. But Gensuzu had crazy good diff. He had like +9 diff when he was
positive
-2
diff.
Yeah. It was crazy good diff for a negative roster or a negative record. Whereas Camel was a 3-4 with pretty bad diff. So both are playing for a playoff spot here. Any win for Gensuzu will put him all the way up into at least 7th. Or sorry, at most 7th. And Camel has to win big in order to beat out Zap and Bunhara, who ended up taking the bottom 2 spots. Because his diff was, I think, -2 at that point, and the cutoff was 0. So had to win by like
even record +0.
Yeah.
All right, well, let's see what happens.
Going into this, yeah. We have some Terra captains.
Oh,
probably.
I probably should have.
We have normal. That's okay. We have normal on my favorite clan Pokemon.
Yeah. And then
actually, my favorite clan Pokemon is Clowny.
True, that is a good Pokemon.
And yeah, the poison Buzzwole.
I wonder if
Ultra Beast versus Ultra Beast.
Is there a ghost type on this team that didn't come? That maybe that's or somebody that threatens a strong ghost move that would otherwise kill this Blacephalon? I feel like Terra Normal is usually, if you're a ghost type, it would be to immune.
There's not
a ghost move.
I will say, Camel has talked about it in chat before, running a Flame Charge Last Resort set.
Interesting.
If I see Terra Normal, I'm probably expecting that.
That makes sense.
With maybe a Focus Sash or
something. What's its attack stat?
It's not bad, actually. It's over 100.
Oh. Well, then at least I guess you get the Beast Boost as well.
Yeah.
Maybe it's because I'm assuming it gets Explosion or Self-Destruct because it's supposed to be exploding fireworks. So maybe they're like, we got to give it enough of an attack stat to blow up.
It's 127 attack.
Wow.
What's it's attack? Very underrated.
50 something.
Special attack is 151. Yeah.
151. So it's still a special attacker, but
yeah,
that's still better than I thought. I guess it's
so that's what I would expect. Now I'm only expecting that because I've seen him talk about it in chat before. Not since this battle. I saw him talk about it before and how he wanted to run it. Yeah, exactly. It's what you get for being active in the server.
Yeah. True.
And if I were to see Poison Buzzwole, I probably think maybe some sort of bulk upset. There's no ground type to really threaten that, or a psychic type is pretty weak with Deoxys, so I like the poison. Can't be toxic. Probably a bulk up roost set would be my guess.
When there's a chance that the psychic type isn't even using a psychic move.
True. Now, I have been got before by Goater 12 using Specs Psycho Boost Terra Psychic Deoxys defense against me before, and it O-code my Ursaluna, and I just lost the game from there.
I mean, yeah, that's
So,
that's
I mean, Psycho Boost is still a good move. Don't count it out.
I have seen it run on real sets running Psychic Noise.
Yeah.
Right. So that's at least something that's runnable for it now. Even on defensive sets. But I guess we'll see. So I mean, we have the Tinkets on lead over here, which you would assume is just to maybe throw rocks up and then maybe paralyze a Deoxys or.
Yeah, it's good into the Deoxys lead. It's good into the Meow lead, especially if you're Balloon. You can just yoink Meow's item turn 1 kind of thing.
Mm-hmm. Which we haven't seen if it's Balloon yet because it hasn't loaded the whole thing yet.
Yeah.
I mean, let's just at this point. Yeah. Okay. So
yeah. There's a Deoxys. That's okay.
Yeah, no
you can just trade rocks. You can Encore. Yeah. I would expect Deoxys to switch out here. Oh, okay. Didn't switch.
It was a Rocky helmet.
It's okay. He gets rid of the helmet.
Maybe that's why he doesn't switch.
True.
There he goes out. Meows in. Not boots, so probably scarf. Maybe band.
These rocks are digging into everything at this point, and
Yeah.
there's very limited removal on both
yeah.
sides. Well,
You
the spin I think is okay for Gensuzu, and he does like spin as the
Return.
speed boost.
So it's not the last resort set, and it's not
Oh,
choice
okay.
either. But it is physical. Or not.
I would
mean,
still
not-
expect some sort of flame charge set. Oh, the burn is unlucky. Oh, but it still lives, so you can knock here. Or even just, yeah, true, I like the Scald.
Because then you can. I guess yeah, Terapagos is the one
You
that
get a free setup turn.
I would honestly almost even say just go to Ogre Pawn, because you can't get burned, so you just SD.
Yeah, rocks are still up though.
That's true.
Take a lot of chip for it.
Yeah, and their ghost type just tear it off of ghost, so you do get a free spin.
Yeah.
It's a special moth or slither.
Oh, Hurricane, true.
And it's not even stab hurricane.
I would guess that it's probably just like Hurricane Splash, just for the Buzzwole. Ouch. That did a lot of damage. Is that
also
banded?
did a lot of damage.
Meow?
I think so, because it did 13% to the Tinkaton, who I'm assuming is like spec to deal with Meowscarado, so it's probably Fizdev. And
Hurricane Slither's still wild, yeah, I agree.
U-turn.
Those rocks are up, but now this dies.
You took you took
spin again later.
Two of your bulkiest mons just went down.
Yeah. The
Just to
rock
get
chip
rocks
on the
up.
Meow is really adding up too.
Yeah.
Cool tech to beat Buzz. Yeah, it's definitely just for the Buzzwole. But I mean, I guess
So
it
is
kind of hits
physical
Lando
otherwise, then?
all right too. I would expect probably physical, yeah. The spin
Got rid
on
of the rocks, yeah, so you didn't even.
This might be
keep it on.
superpower here.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it doesn't kill though.
Wow.
And you're slower, so this is a bulky.
This is not the first time we've seen contrary superpower Enamorous do absolutely nothing.
Yeah. I feel like if
Yeah,
you're
there's the
running
first
that, you
impression.
just
It is
kind of have
physical.
to run choice sets.
Stone Edge Hydreigon. I didn't even see this thing take chip, honestly. It's been a quick game.
Yeah.
Oh, it took... Yeah. So there's the...
It's
so it can't
just
run
from
Last
the-
Resort because it wanted
The
to
first
run
impression
other
is
moves.
what it took.
Yeah.
Oh, it has special flame.
Okay, Buzzwole's in. This is gonna have to Earth Power. No Earth Power,
Yeah.
that would superpowers. I don't even think it lives anything here. Yeah, Ice Punch just obliterates it.
I
That'd
don't
be
know why
Earth
you would
Power,
ever
but-
make it slower than the Buzzwole. I feel like that's something you definitely want to creep.
Oh, ouch. Wait, what? Slower than Buzzwole?
Wasn't the Enam slower?
No. It clicks
Oh, it
superpower.
just stayed in and clicked superpower. That's
Yeah.
interesting. I guess what else do you do, right? Like everything.
I think especially
dies
Life
to-
Orb. I feel like Life Orb almost defeats the purpose of the superpower set.
Yeah, it's lefties.
Oh, was it
Lefties,
Helmet?
It was Rocky Helmet on the Buzzwole.
Oh, okay, that makes sense.
I said yeah. I was like, wait, no, not yeah. That's
Flamethrower.
not Life Orb.
Consuses
And
a
now-
nice crit somewhere. What happened with the
This
crit?
is it. Might be Meowscarada, I don't know. Like, oh,
Oh,
that mattered, right?
yeah.
It's not super effective.
Yeah, that
And
almost
it-
definitely mattered. Because Buzzwole would kill that, and then Meow
There's no way
Probably
Meow
doesn't have a
kills
move.
Terra Poison.
probably doesn't have a move to kill +1. It'll be
Yeah.
+2 defense Buzzwole at that point.
Yeah.
Oy, unfortunate. Yeah, that's just how the cookie crumbles. Gensuzu did say in the post-game chat that he would win if it wasn't about the crit. Yeah, ... GG. So what's funny is that Gensuzu needed any win, whereas Camel needed a big win. And because this diff was so close, neither of them got what they needed, and they both missed playoffs. So unfortunate way to end for both of them. I mean, if you're Camel though, you don't just let Gensuzu get away with the win. Like
yeah.
you take whatever win you can get, and as soon as the diff got out of I think it's fine to just, I mean, whatever. You just play the game to win at that point,
Just pad
just so
your
your record's a
stats.
bit better. Yeah, you just play the game, whatever. Gensuzu really needed the win though to get in. Like, by the time Gensuzu had taken out even like 2 of Camel's Pokemon, he's eliminated from playoffs. At that point, you're just playing out your season, right? So
Right.
I don't know. He grabbed Gensuzu's ankles and dragged him to the depths of
Yanked
hell
him
and
down.
stopped him from. He's the playoff gatekeeper.
I wonder. So wait. Were you saying that Camel wins even without the crit? Is that what was being said in the chat?
That's what Camel was saying. I think it would depend on
Depends on the set on the
calcs.
Meow. I'm sure that's what
It
would
was
be
banded
if
Meow,
it was banded,
and it
but
doesn't have a move. It doesn't have a move to hit
yeah, it doesn't kill it.
Lando
Knockoff
even.
wouldn't
So
kill
it has to click. It has to click a move that beats the +2 defense Buzzwole and kills full HP Lando. at
Maybe
the end.
forgot that it would be another.
Or
Defense
sorry, it
boost.
wasn't full HP actually, was it? I forgot. How much HP did Lando have at the end?
It was like 80%.
Okay, it was near max HP then, yeah. I mean, I think he's got a point. Like, you probably have to click knockoff to kill the Buzzwole, and then U-turn from Lando just does a billion. Or even just Earthquake does even more, actually.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, it didn't have triple axle. If there was a triple axle there, you can probably get away with a crit somewhere.
Yeah.
Against the Buzzwole.
Like on Flower Trick.
I think Meow double flowers anyway. No, I actually
No.
think Gensuzu wins here because
Flower
hold on,
doesn't
let
kill
me-
Terra Poison Buzzwole.
what's the set on Blacephalon?
I'll check in a sec. I just want to see. So Buzzwole's at 90%. So it would have
Yeah.
taken. We don't know what the damage is with the crit, right? Like, cause it was over 90%.
Right.
So we don't know exactly what he's at left.
Yeah, that's why I want to know the set. I'm going to calc it.
So Blacephalon
60
only
special
60
attack,
special attack, and
Life Orb.
Hasty's not boosting that.
Oops.
And I'm looking at Buzzwole. Buzzwole has max HP basically, and then 4 Spadef.
Can I use Flamethrower?
Yeah, he's Flamethrower.
It does okay, it does 74 to 87. 87 max.
But Buzzwole has Drain Punch.
Oh, true. It drains that.
So after Life Orb, he was down to.
Let's even assume it gets a max roll and it does 87. You're at 3%. You drain the Buzzwole for, let's say you get about 10% HP back there.
Yeah,
maybe not even. Let's say you get like 8% back. So you're at like 11%. You're at +2 defense. And then banded Meowscarada. Choice band to +2. How much defense did Buzzwole have?
It was like 60 or something. Hold on, back up. 72 defense and max HP. 248
Impish.
HP. Impish, yeah. So pretty bulky, but not max defense.
Okay, so Meow's Flower Trick does kill Buzzwole at that point. If it's at that HP. Is it
How
leftover
much does
Buzzwole?
it do?
No, it's helmet.
Is Rocky Helmet?
Yeah.
How much does it
Meow's
do?
Flower Trick does 17 to 21. To +2 Buzzwole. So it would
Well, yeah,
depend
'cause
on
it
the roll,
ignores the
because we're
+2.
calculating max roll Flamethrower here.
Yeah. What's the
If
minimum
there's
roll
a
Flamethrower?
the min roll was like 74 or something like that. I don't remember exactly.
So like if you said he took like 80 from this. And he's
Sure.
down to
And then he
He'd be down
heals less than 10%. He probably heals like 7 or 8% HP back
yeah.
from the Drain Punch.
got
He's at
20,
like
24.
sure. In that case, the Flower Trick does not kill. So it depends on the roll.
Yeah.
for sure.
So it's more than just the chance to crit. But,
Yeah.
no, actually, I think the calc will show you. So this was, it was 8 HP on the Blacephalon. If you set its HP to 22%, it will tell you how much Buzzwole heals on Drain Punch.
And then you can math all that out. I'm not about to do all that, honestly. I don't even do that in game. I just kind of head math it. It does have very
I do
low
it for
HP.
recovery moves if it's gonna kill them for sure. I'm gonna see like.
Okay, now what's Lando's spread here?
That Lando's on. 252 HP, 216
impish.
Impish. The Flower Trick.
And what attacks did it have? Did it have
Taunt, Earthquake, U-turn, Toxic.
So Flower Trick never KOs Lando at all. It does max 56.
And then how much does Meow take from U-turn?
It dies. 126 min.
So you're saying there's a chance?
No.
Yeah, I mean, because you have to lock into Flower Trick because you're not getting through +2 defense and you're not ignoring the Intimidate without it.
Yeah, or well, let me double check that. Yeah, it's.
Well, I'm saying like just to get around all that. Yeah.
Yeah, if you don't Flower Trick, because you don't have Axel, so if you don't Flower Trick, you don't beat Lando, and you have to 2-hit Lando.
And who is the other?
But it didn't have to 2-hit Lando because Lando came in and had to take another flamethrower.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, I think
because it doesn't matter what happened to Buzzwole because Buzzwole always kills Blacephalon here.
Yep.
And then it's just 1v1 between these two.
Yep.
And you're already choiced into Flower Trick too, so you're not even able to change it even if you could. Like if you could triple Axel, you don't kill the Buzzwole. This game is if you had it.
Yep.
Right. Like so.
Yeah, this game is one if Gensuzu doesn't get crit there. I'm not gonna lie. Now, last time Gensuzu complained, I believe it was against Zap. Or was that Zap complaining, or was that Gensuzu complaining, or was that somebody else? I don't remember. I remember there was a big like. I think it was those. Complaining. Yeah, it usually is.
Yeah.
But in that case, it was found that Gensuzu's complaints were a little unfounded, and that Zap always had a line out. It wasn't that clear cut. This one's pretty clear cut. There's only like 2 or 3 turns in here that like, and one of them is the choice
guaranteed. Guaranteed.
Yeah. Yep.
I mean, okay. Well, no, yeah, it actually is guaranteed because if you don't crit that, like, there's no chance that Flower Trick crits because it's already critting. Like we already know.
Exactly.
We already know the absolute maximum amount of possible damage it could have done to Lando.
Yep, and this U-turn always kills.
And the U-turn always kills, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, it was literally just the difference between the crit there.
Yeah, unfortunately.
So basically, skill issues, kind of what we're getting at.
Yeah, it's a skill issue. Now, Gensuzu did say in Discord after. Let me double check what he actually said exactly. Would have won if that crit didn't happen. RNG doesn't want me in the playoffs, so nothing to complain about. That's the game. True. That's how it be.
I mean, that sounds like something to complain about. If that were me, I would complain with that.
But he also said, with this luck, I would have just lost first round playoffs anyways.
Yeah. Well, and also, like,
yeah,
you gotta, because, like, yeah, it sucks in the moment when it's, like, literally that one turn mattered. But we're not gonna go back to the whole game. You never know which roles mattered when you got a crit. Maybe you won a game earlier in the season because of that,
yeah,
like, because of a crit, or because like it's easy to isolate it when it's the game that mattered at the end of the season. But ultimately, unless you have like a historically unlucky season, which I don't think Gensuzu did, if they were positive differential with a negative record, like I would think that means that like it's a pretty competitive games. Yeah, it's unfortunate though.
Yeah, I agree.
Like,
people tend
to
have
easy to like look at that one moment. But...
Yeah, people tend to have a big recency bias and say, "Oh, I got unlucky in week." Like, okay, if you lost week 8 because you got unlucky. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
If you lost week 8 because you got unlucky and you missed playoffs because of it, maybe you were only in that position where you could have made playoffs because you got lucky week 1, right? Like it's
or also like
people have
okay,
very selective memory.
if you were 7-0, you still make playoffs if that happens.
Yeah,
right? So like, why
exactly.
didn't you just go 7-0?
Yeah, literally. Yeah.
That was
Anyways,
one
I
of the
think
like
that's,
mentality things that like I kind of had to like deal with early on when I was like first getting into draft and being like, oh, I'm so unlucky. I lost because of bad luck again. And it's like,
yeah,
I've seen people lose bad luck and like still consistently make playoffs though. Like it's not like it's like it's that like you can have an unlucky game and still like playoffs.
Everybody has bad
if
luck.
you're good otherwise, right? Like that's what the whole point of playing a game.
It's kind of the noob trap, right? Like
Yeah.
like even in other games, like if you're a league watcher or something player and you say, "Oh, I just always have awful teammates. Like my teammates always suck. They drag me down." Okay, good players bring their teammates up.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
You're just not good enough.
It's a huge thing in WoW right now because they added like solo queue rated battlegrounds, and there are 100% unwinnable games because of the people that like you get. There's only 2 healers on each team. If one of them comes in without PvP gear, it's like you kind of just lose the game on the spot. Okay, think about every past game that I won because I capped a base because the guy standing there was AFK, like literally like not looking at his screen because he was sitting a base and I capped it right in front of him. If that were on my team, I'd be like, all right, GG, unwinnable game. This dude went AFK. We literally lost at the last second because that node got capped. I'm not looking at the game that I won because the other team did that, and that's why it's all about reps. Like you just have to like if you play 10 games and you like get unlucky, like you can be like, oh, this game sucks. It's just RNG. It's whatever team you get. But if you play 100 games and you're good at the game, you end up winning overall because you have the unwinnable games, you have the freebies that you shouldn't have won, and then you have the other 50+% of games that are just you played well, you won. So.
Yep, and I mean that's why Renbat's ladder is always you see the same people at the top all the time.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Sometimes you just lose because you have an unwinnable team. Like you just have like Sunflora. I mean, actually, Sunflora is not bad in Renbat.
It's like level 100. I think it's like one of the only ones.
Yeah, you just have a bunch of like terrible sets and you have no removal into the like Ariados lead something. I don't know. Some of them are just
That's
unwinnable.
always been like the ultimate counterpoint to anybody who says that a mode is like purely luck based. Is that or like the same with, again, like to compare it to WoW, where like you're playing a specific spec or a specific character, right? Like you can do that in other games too. Pokemon's not a great example for that, because you just use a bunch of different ones. But like people who say like, oh, I can't play rated content until they buff my class because it's so unplayably bad. Okay, well, how come the best players of that spec that are dedicated to that spec and only play that spec, how come they're still consistent? Like they might not be at the peak, but like they're still consistently well above the limits that you have set for yourself because your spec isn't good enough. And it's one of those things where it's like, there's always something to improve on, right? Like it's never the only thing holding you back. Whether the thing holding you back is time and like number of reps, like sure, maybe like it's easy to fall into that trap if you are like somebody who doesn't have a lot of time to play, which is why like that's why I don't play Ranbats, right? Like to me, if I play it like once a week, like I'm not gonna have enough reps to offset what could just be bad luck, and I'm not interested in playing enough games for it to be that. So I think a lot of people conflate like I don't enjoy playing this mode with it's impossible to win, when you just have to play it enough, and if you don't enjoy it, you're not going to play it enough.
That's the problem with draft though, where you only have a certain you have a low sample size.
Yeah,
if you
but you have a lot more control over that sample size.
Well, yeah, exactly. You don't have control over the sample size, so I do think there is merit to complaining and be like, oh, in 2 of my games, or in let's even just say I got lucky in 1 game, but I got unlucky in 3 games.
Yeah.
So that brought me down. On ladder, that wouldn't really be an excuse because you just play 5 more games, get lucky in 3, and get unlucky in 1. Like I know you don't have control over that, but like over time, that averages out.
Yeah. In
draft, you have let's even say you're like a draft addict and you play like 60 draft games in a year, which it's still like not even that many, but that's like 8 leagues, probably a bit more than 8 leagues in a season or in a year. That's like a pretty good amount, and you could even still stay with 60. You get unlucky 10 times, like that's pretty unlucky, right?
Yeah, when I say that
It
you
is
have more
more
control in it, I
generic,
mean
but
it's like
I agree.
you can cover the RNG with other things in team building and it like it does. It's not win or loss in the same way that Ran Bats is, where like you actually just get dished or like a losing hand or dealt a losing
Yeah.
hand. Um, but yeah, no, but that's also why we look across multiple seasons. Like we will say like, oh, this person had an unlucky season. Like and if you know that the person's good and you can like you can look at 3 replays and say like this was just brutally unlucky. You never know if it was a win or a loss without that happening, but you can still generally say like this person played it pretty well, like they played it as well as they could, and that's why you still like Davey still got promoted to Swarm, even though like he wasn't like one of the top. I mean, I guess he was one of the top if he was in playoffs of Truant, but we acknowledge like, hey, he got really unlucky in some of these losses, like and that's kind of like it drags it down, and it turns out that he was one diff away from playoffs at Swarm, so
Yeah.
like it's still I think in draft like you have more control in it. Like you can still show that you're a good player despite RNG in a different way, unless you've literally only played like one season ever and you had 2 brutally unlucky games. But it's like it's so hard to quantify a loss when the bad RNG happens early in the game, because you never know like what else happens like as the dominoes fall. But when it's this at the end of the game, and you can just look at the calcs exactly and say it is literally impossible to lose if that crit doesn't happen, you get stuck on those losses. And even worse, that this was the last game of the season and the deciding factor. But like, what if that happened on What if that happened on turn 3?
Yeah.
You still probably salty. Like you still probably tilted. Like, oh, that could have been my win condition. Like if I didn't get crit there, that's my win condition.
Crits here,
but you don't know the rest of these sets. You don't know like how your opponent plays given the new information now. Like it's like there's so many things that could change later on in a match. So it's just kind of like the really unfortunate combination of like it mattered. It was provably the difference in the game, and it was the last game of the season, and that's not a fun way to end this season. So I would say that Gensuzu does have a right to complain about it, but also that's not the only.
It's not the only reason
you didn't make playoffs. Yeah,
100% agreed.
But it's okay to be like salty about it.
Yeah. And I mean, everybody knows it's like we're playing a children's game for fun and literally zero stakes, except for bragging rights to strangers online. It's like it obviously.
Well, and the $500 prize pot that you introduced so graciously this season.
Dude, you weren't supposed to tell anybody.
It's okay. I was planning on nominating myself.
Everybody, there is no $500 prize pool for the season. If you win, you will not be getting $500 directly injected into your PayPal account.
Still technically true, because even when they do win, I'm still nominating myself for the prize. So it doesn't matter. It'll go to me. There's nothing.
Okay, here you go.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah.
Good season. All right.
Okay.
But not good season. Yeah, we have one more replay.
Yeah.
People have died for Lukey almost died.
Pokemon shit gets serious.
Lukey almost died for this bragging rights, but it looks like he made the playoffs, so that means he survived.
Let's go, Lukey. Funny enough, I think he has the same round 1 matchup as he had for week 8 opponent. So.
Oh really?
I think he's playing Mudkip again.
Funny
okay.
Family Guy.
So, now that Harry's here,
hopefully,
and we're done our rant.
I think. Oh yeah, he is. Yeah. I'm tubing again now. We did okay. So the yapping was valuable because we stalled for the short replays. So that
you said that 12 minutes ago, so that's okay. Okay,
maybe a little.
This game was played in week 6, even though this was scheduled for a week 8 battle. This was played a little bit early because I think Harry was out on vacation or something. I don't know. Who cares? They played early. It was approved in Hawaii.
Yeah.
Bro didn't take
didn't
me.
Invite
again.
any of us.
What? I don't know. I shouldn't have approved your extension, honestly.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. Okay. Well, we do have him versus Cade, who is Tony on Discord. And let's pretend this was a week 8 game. How would this matchup be looking? Let me check what their standings would be if they hadn't played yet.
I think Harry was probably pretty locked.
Already confirmed, right? Pretty sure.
If he was 1 win less, I think he was still already confirmed.
Yeah. So he would have been 5-2 at this point going
Yeah.
into this battle.
And then what was
And
Tony? At?
Tony would have been 2-5. So it actually super didn't matter for either of them.
Yeah,
I'm pretty
it
sure they were
wouldn't
both locked out. Or both locked in or out.
Into, yeah. I mean, it would have mattered for seeding, because he did end up getting 2nd seed, I think, or 3rd seed, maybe? I don't know.
Something like that.
Yeah, so it probably mattered it would have mattered just for seeding, but...
Yeah, and at that point, as Tony, you're probably playing for your swarm life for next season too, right? You're trying not to get demoted.
Yeah. Alright, well, let's see if he gets demoted, and then we can, like, fire him on the spot, depending on
True,
how
what
it
are these
goes.
Terratypes looking like?
Oh, and this.
Oh, yeah,
I
this
was
is
just
before
thinking.
the
I was just thinking, it's
preview
like, wait,
thing.
we didn't have to do this last time. It's because this was from before that. Wow.
Okay. Oh, I forgot.
great.
This is the Mega Sharpedo Sun team.
Oh yeah. And it looks like Terra Rock Tornadus, Terra Flying Okie Dokie, and Terra
Yep.
Normal Noivern.
No. Yes.
Venusaur
and
was the
Venusaur
other
didn't
Terra
come.
Captain.
Yep.
Yeah. So then
Correct.
we have
Mundo.
both. That's kind of surprising that these two can be Terra Captains together. I thought one of them was more expensive. Unless one of them's not.
I think
Is-
they're
are
both
these
10 or
correct?
maybe one's 9. I don't remember, but
Interesting.
yeah, they're pretty
Well,
good.
That's a good combo though. All right. So leads, maybe just Torkoal, just to, you know, if you want to get rocks up, or just get your sun up, or flip turn out with Sharpedo before your sun comes up. Donphan looks like a decent lead. I mean, it doesn't really hit Torkoal hard enough. I feel like even with Quake, it's just so
I think it
fat.
does. Honestly, I think it does. I mean, it's not recovering. I mean, I know the Donphan is an
Yeah,
assault vest or something here.
and you could also get burned.
And you can play the.
Torkoal.
You can also, yeah, you can get burned, but like rocks aren't getting up, and that's pretty important.
Yeah.
You definitely. I
Well,
think
rocks wouldn't get up if you click Quick Turn 1 though.
No, Torkoal's rocks aren't getting up because you're spinning them away.
Rocks aren't getting up. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's either way. Yeah, because the next turn you just click spin.
Yeah, but I think into like a volatile sun matchup, keeping your Ogerpon sturdy is pretty important.
Well, and your Donphan, yeah. Both of them sturdy. That's actually probably why the Venusaur
Yeah, I
didn't
think
come,
Overcon's more
because you're
important.
never really getting a confirmed like sweep against like the poison fighting, and you don't have psychic coverage. I mean, you're a Terra Captain, you could be Terra Psychic, but like you have 2 sturdies. You have this mon that you would have to basically dedicate your Terra type to. Stila is also like you would have to have a different Terra type for Stila, or just Weather Ball, I guess, which is sometimes unreliable. Tornado, yeah, I can see why Venusaur didn't come to this one.
Yeah. Yeah, very true.
Even though it matches up well into Primarina, it kind of just like doesn't want to be in front of anything else if it's trying to sweep. But yeah, so I guess I still think. Well, actually, Sharpedo leading into Donphan and clicking flip turn, you might not, like, you even save your Mega, like you save your speed boost turn for Mega. You just click flip turn, you break the sturdy on Donphan if he leads.
Might be tough into an Ogerpon lead. I don't think Pawn leads here into Cobalion though. Yeah, your Sharpedo lead might be okay because you can even just
Yeah.
protect turn 1 and then
I was
flip
gonna say
and
if you
speed
have the protect against the Ogerpon, you can.
Yeah, very true.
Oh, let's see. So you see the Donphan. Noivern. Okay,
Donphan,
sure,
yeah.
Noivern.
Helmet,
He
Donphan.
frisks, yeah. It's actually useful there.
Taunt. Good
Ooh, he couldn't set
Tauntaler.
up rocks.
Boomburst does a billion.
Nah, the boots, so that's not really gonna matter if you don't get rocks up. Boomburst, yeah, it's
Still does a lot. It does almost
Flamethrower,
30.
good coverage.
The Okaberry, there's
wow.
nothing.
That really did nothing.
Heavy Slam will make quick work of it. Now it's plus attack. Interesting. This might be Assault Vest? Oh no, it was Okaberry. That's why.
It was
it's so
Okaberry,
little.
it's nothing. Yeah, so it's probably acrobatics. It's the
True.
last move.
Could be.
I mean, you're against a Sun team, you're like almost certainly getting hit by a fire type move at some point.
You have a Psychic Noise here? Oh,
Encore.
the Encore. Psychic Noise would have been pretty nice.
Yeah.
There goes the sturdy I was talking about.
And
Just
you get no
turn.
value off of that. You just wishes it
Yeah,
right
Tony,
back.
you're not getting anything here, man. That's just permanent progress. Okay, the
I
rocks
think-
are good. You can switch
I think
out on the
after
Encore.
this game, Harry, I don't, Harry, maybe you remember when, because it would have been like 3 weeks ago that he said that he's definitely like glad that he brings the attacking move on Screamtail, because we were talking about like using Screamtail, because you know that I'm a Screamtail enjoyer, and how I say that like I think it's a trap when people bring attackless Screamtail and they just do like double screens, Wish, and like Encore or something, or like T-Wave, because even though it has really, really bad special attack and really not like an only Dazzling Gleam and not Moonblast, just having an attack matters so much in situations like this, like where it's like you're breaking sturdy, and like it's guaranteed chip.
It's just progress.
Here, and like in this case, you kill the Donphan, and you're faster than the Donphan, because that's like one of the things that Screamtail has as a fat mon that still has speed. Like you don't even take a hit from the Donphan, and you kill it.
This protect is maybe a little sus though, because
I'm wondering if it was just scouting for like poison.
Trying to encore it into something like a bulk up.
Yeah. Like so you're scouting for if it's just gonna click a move, like click the poison move, and if it does, you swap out.
Yep.
If it clicks bulk up, you just encore. So I think it's fine. And you're already running Wish, so like protects always free real estate there. Plume, that does a lot. This is not like an AV or probably even a spit up at all.
There's a Signoise.
Yeah, the liquid.
It definitely was trying to click it there that turn that I got encore.
Yeah, then I got encore for sure. Because it's not resisted when it's water on Screamtail. Cudgel kills, but your sun's up. And now Gouging Fire probably comes in? Oh, Cobalion.
Guns up. Well, was it Boots Tarkle or was it Heat Rock? I guess we'll find out.
Well,
it wasn't Heat Rock.
It was not Heat Rock. It just ended.
Those rocks are up.
T-Wave. Okay, so it's like a utility. And the taunt's slower after the T-Wave, so that's kind of interesting. Okay, wait, actually, what is the goal here? So you swap in the Dogi on the Stealth Rock. You probably... I think it's a safe assumption that you're slower, right?
Oh, very. You're not outspeeding Cobalion.
So he already got rocks up. What are you taunting?
I think you're trying to taunt the Screamtail.
The Screamtail swap? But I don't think Screamtail hard swaps in on Okidogi either way, even though you're Steel type.
Do you think Okidogi clicks a poison move?
Probably not, but...
Because even if it clicks CC or bulk up or anything like that, you can encore it with...
yeah.
I actually don't mind the taunt play.
Yeah, but I think if you're in Harry's position here, though, the reason that you aren't swapping Screamtail is like he probably knows that he's in good condition otherwise, so like he doesn't have to make a defensive swap here, right? So that'd be the only reason why. I agree with not clicking the Poison Jab, but I also agree with not swapping to Screamtail because of the chance that he clicks Poison Jab. But that doesn't mean that I think that the taunt's smart, because I don't think that he's swapping, right?
The taunt... Well... Okay. So then you should always just click close combat, is what you're saying.
I think so. I think so. Well, not necessarily get encore. If you're really,
I think Tony has to make a play here. I think Tony's losing, man. He's been hard losing, and he needs to make. And I think trying to get Okidogi to +1 or something, even +2 if you taunt the Screamtail on the switch turn, I think is how you try to get back in. Because clicking close combat here is like, sure, you kill the Cobalion that doesn't do anything. Cobalion is kind of useless for the rest of this game. It got its rocks. It now has a T-Wave off.
I guess, the issue would be that for Screamtail that it wouldn't want to stay in after that taunt. I mean, it could just...
And you don't even die to the close combat anyways if you're defensive.
Cobalion.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, that's also why I'm saying, like, I don't know if he makes that swap. Like what's the value of swapping to Screamtail?
Well, the value of swapping to Screamtail is if Cobalion, or if Okidogi starts clicking bulk up here. That's bad.
But either way, if you're ready to sack this Cobalion, it's never killing you with a poison move, so Screamtail always encores it. Like, it kills you with close combat, and then it still just comes in, and then you still didn't taunt it, and it just clicks on.
Yeah, I mean, you're kind of just in a lose.
Like, there's just really no...
Like, you gotta just make a play.
Yeah.
I don't know.
That's why I think just clicking the close combat, like, Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Yeah, it's not going to do hardly anything to Screamtail. But and now the Screamtail comes in.
Got paralyzed anyways. Oof.
Yeah,
Although that's kind of nice.
there's the jab. Doesn't even
Yeah, there we
kill.
go.
He encores into the poison jab. So maybe
You
he
could have
wants to
you could have
set up
encored it
on-
into taunt. It'll still encore it into the last move it clicked,
Wait.
even if it's paralyzed.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I thought it was based on the move that it tried to click.
Nope.
Or that it would like fail or something. Rather, that's actually what I
Nope.
thought. I didn't think it would be.
Yeah, it would be stuck in a taunt here if you encore. Now you would then have a taunted Screamtail, but you already taunted, encored yourself into that position earlier.
This
so.
is actually kind of risky. So like you taunt into the poison jab, but like there's a chance you just get poisoned here, which you probably don't.
There's a very high chance you get poisoned here.
Even yeah, toxic chain or the
Breaking swipe.
just gonna keep clicking poison jab. I mean he's not getting. Maybe he's covert click. Maybe this was like the plan. Was like to get to bait the Okie Dokie into just clicking poison jab.
There it is.
Oh, it's
the
Lumberry. It's Lumberry. Okay, that makes sense now. And the full para. Surely he has Earthquake, right? No, we've seen all of those. Maybe just toxic anyway.
There it is. Got the second one.
So isn't Heat Crash just better for Gouging Fire?
Not into Celesteela.
Oh, true.
Steel is one of the few mons that are
Yeah,
actually in the
just
same
dead.
weight class as Gouging Fire.
Yeah.
Okay, but yeah, Cobalion, now that it wasn't sacked, is actually pretty good here.
Yeah.
That T-Wave.
But to be fair, Gouging Fire also isn't toxic and dead if Cobalion.
Yeah. Oh,
thing.
no.
Oh, again.
no. This game actually might have been won for Tony there if he has Focus
Yeah.
Blast.
Well,
Yeah,
that would
this
still
doesn't
to
kill.
hit. Yeah, I mean, you're banking on Parachance and Focus Blast hitting at that point.
Yeah, true. It's unlikely.
That's what I always say when, like,
You don't
There's-
have Protect. If it has Protect, it was always over.
for the speed boost.
Yep.
It did, yeah.
Yeah, so it's
And I'm
probably
gonna
just
see
over
what,
then anyways.
Tailwind. Yes. You don't. Wait, so
Now I'm
double
starting to-
speed wouldn't
Yeah.
outspeed the Sharpedo after speed boost
What do you mean double speed?
if he tailwinds.
Well, it wouldn't. Be
Oh, he's
Tailwind because
paralyzed.
There's only 2 turns left.
No, I'm saying if he tailwinded on the protect turn, but he wouldn't be faster because of the.
No,
Well,
so I'm
Ogre
saying
might
if
be,
you go
though.
if you go back a turn
Yeah, to here.
to here, if this hits, Cobalion's
Focus
dead.
blast and kills.
There's now one more turn.
one more turn of tailwinds. You couldn't
Tailwind.
just click it on the Sharpedo.
Exactly. So Sharpedo
Yeah.
clicks Protect on the last Tailwind turn, and then you have to
And then always
either click Tailwind or attack. and
Whoa,
then,
whoa,
yeah,
wait,
you're
wait, wait.
slower.
But that's what I mean, though. So he, because he has Prankster, so he would still be able to, like, if he doesn't get full parrot, he would still have a chance of getting the tailwind up.
Oh, right. I forgot Ogerpon's still alive here.
And so
Yeah,
then
you're right,
Ogerpon would have the tailwind.
Yeah. No,
So as
you
long
are
as
right.
the tailwind ends before the Sharpedo comes out to click Protect.
Yeah, I just forgot that
only
Ogerpon
thing-
existed.
The only thing would be, like, did it have Aqua Jet or anything? Because maybe, honestly, what are you really
It doesn't kill Pon.
afraid of? No, but I'm saying that if it comes in front of a paralyzed Tornadus, what if you don't protect? You just click your move that kills, and then you protect, and now you have +2 speed before you Mega Evolve. Then you do outspeed the Ogerpon. You know what I mean? Like if Sharpedo
Yeah,
came in
yeah,
here, just never clicks Mega, or like even if he clicks Tailwind, you're getting +2 now instead of +1 because it's not just that one turn to protect. So I guess it just depends on what's Mega Sharpedo's base speed?
A 105.
So that would
Sorry, I'm looking for an old replay where I paralyzed something and encored it, just so that I can show it to here. I'm gonna link this in chat for you, Harry. This was my playoff game with Jordan last season in semifinals, and I had T-Wave Encore Jirachi into their combined Latias.
Did you link it? Wait, where did you link it?
I just put it in chat for him. I guess if you want to bring it up, that's cool. But
did you put it in stream chat or in?
Yeah.
I don't see it. Oh, it might hide links.
Oh, maybe.
Yeah, because it's not showing to me at all.
I'll just DM him.
Yeah, just send it. I think it actually does hide links, now that I think about it. Like, it just automatically doesn't show them. I mean, it shows it for you, because you posted it. But
Yeah, weird, I didn't know that.
Yeah, and you can see on the stream that
yeah.
it's showing there.
But it would have been turn 16. If you want to find that, Harry, and then you can...
That is good to know. I didn't know that's how that worked either.
Yeah.
But either way, so what I was going to say before, though, about, like, you know, power hacks and stuff, I think there's a difference between, like, static proc into double para or discharge para into double full para. When you're deliberately clicking Thunderwave, you deserve some of those turns, right? Like, because you're taking a turn to use it with the intent, not only that you're cutting the speed, but also in the same way that when you burn somebody, you're also getting the chip on them. Like, it's unfortunate there's 2 in a row, but I'm also not going to say like I got hacked out of a game because somebody manually used Thunderwave on me, because his plan was spreading Thunderwave. He put it on the Okidogi, or no, wait, who was it? What's the Okidogi? Yeah, I think it was. Yeah, he put it on the Okidogi. He put it on the Tornadoes. Like, that's the plan. Is you're banking that you're going to get a couple free turns from that, and that's why you sacrificed a move slot for it. That's why you sacrificed turns.
It is an investment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So as opposed to, again, like static and just getting it first try on a contact and then like hacking them out of the game, like, it's kind of lame. Or like you know, body slam paras and stuff, like, going from that.
Yeah, very true. Yeah, you're right. Like, sure, you can draft Zapdos with the idea of, I want them to have to respect static or get me extra turns.
Right.
But you're not investing anything in that. Like, you're not clicking a move, right?
And that's still part of its point value, right? Like,
100%.
We are still acknowledging, like, that's why it's a good contact punisher, because it resists the most common contact type in the game with fighting, and you're always threatening that. But it's still technically just bad luck if you get staticked on the first. Same with any flame body too, where it's like anytime that happens on the first turn, even though it was intended, is still a 30% chance that just kind of sucks, right? Like, and then anything beyond that, where you're like losing turns to it and like that, whatever, like that also just kind of sucks. But yeah, like, you're not sacrificing anything to run that. Anyway, though, that was our last replay.
Yeah, it was. Today. We do want to take a quick look at the final standings, and then I guess we can actually just put that over into the playoff bracket as well.
Yeah. So, let me see. Do you want to... I guess we'll look at All-Star first. Oh, that's the wrong one. I forgot. That's my thing listed as doc, but it's not actually the doc. I think it was when we did the roster reviews. So here is All-Star.
Woohoo! On the leaderboards thing, right?
Oh, we can look at that too, yeah.
Yeah, there we go.
Oh, I guess it shows...
Just because this shows strength of schedule here.
Yeah. I was when you said leaderboards, I was thinking like the original doc. Like, they were the front page.
We do have Bryceman who ended his golden road, sadly. He lost in week 8 to Monkey Boy after he brought Fletchender. We see Baby Dragonzard, Siderius at the top of the division, Monkey Boy, Azzy, Jortson, all 5 and 3, and then 2 people ended up sneaking in with perfectly even records, Banhara and Zap with a 4-4 plus 0 diff. Unfortunately, Camel and Polito were also 4-4 but had lower differentials, and Banhara wins the strength of schedule tie against Zap.
Yeah, for the 7th seed.
Yeah, so let's check out the playoff tab, and we can see what the matchups are. First up, we have Riceman versus Zap. This is I feel like Riceman and Zap are very similar people, but very different battlers.
Yeah.
And I'm always excited to see these guys go at it because they're both very opinionated. They both have a lot of ideas on like what's good and what's bad. So the result of this battle, I think, will be really interesting. Monkey Boy versus Azzy. This is a timeless matchup. Two competitors who have been at the top of the division for a really long time. Something to note is that this is the first time that Overmat hasn't made playoffs in NBA history.
True.
In seasons that he's played in, that is. I think he didn't play season 1. But Azzy's, I believe his only defeats in playoffs have been to Overmat, and he makes it like very far.
Wow. Well, I mean, that's a good sign for Azzy.
So it bodes well for Azzy. He is the 5th seed and technically on the lower side of the bracket, but
ultimately it doesn't matter if he was.
It doesn't matter too much. Exactly. Yeah. Next we have Jortson versus Siderius. Funny enough, they're both my ex-teammates for Goater's PGA League.
Boyfriends.
They're both my ex-boyfriends. Yeah, I teamed with them in separate seasons in the PGA, the team league that Goater runs. So I think this matchup will decide who I'm teaming up with next season then, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They better
and
then
I thought you had
2
versus
teammates.
2. Yeah, I had I've also teamed with Ginsuzu and Glum and Overmat, but
yeah, but I'm saying
every season,
technically could
every
take
season
both of them.
I think it's going to be a duo season next season. Goater mentioned somewhere. Our final All-Star matchup is Banhara versus Dragonzard. I think Banhara was like a dark horse last season, if I remember correctly.
Yeah.
I'm gonna double check last season's All-Star.
Or was it? Wait.
No, Banhara won Hustle last season. My bad.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Yeah, but she was a dark horse. She was a dark horse in Hustle, and ended up winning.
I think I might have been thinking of a Fennec Master season where Fennec was like a dark horse in season 5 or 4 or something. They all blend together now, man. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
And this is Zard's All-Star debut as well, so a very strong performance, making 2nd seed. Excited to see how that one pans out.
Nice.
Did you want to look like deeper into like which Pokemon are in each matchup, or you want to just kind of do a brief overview here?
I think that brief overview
because we also have
fine.
the bracket. Yeah, we also have the prediction bracket we could go over, and maybe we could even like do our predictions live.
I think we did that last time, and it was like, or at least maybe I did mine live, and it's kind of weird because like there were a lot of decisions I was just like, I don't know, I'm just gonna say this one.
Yeah, whatever.
I think that let's go through these, and then if we want to, like, because I still want to bring the brackets up. We can take a look on that. Maybe we'll do one of each or something.
Yeah, onto the Hustle division. We've got in the number 1 seed.
Leaderboards first.
Oh, true. Yeah, we have Vyaz, who did end up losing about Raceman. Not in the final week. I think it was to. I don't remember who it was to. That's okay.
I think it was week 7 because that was the one that made them not.
I think it was undefeated. Week 7 too. Yep. But 7-1, just hands down the best record.
A lot of
Kurumi is also. Yep, Kurumi is the lone 6-2 in this division, with a 14 differential separating them with Vyaz, which is pretty crazy.
Yeah.
Vyaz is also the first PWC player, I believe, to make playoffs here. I know that in Discord they were talking about how like Jorson and Leezy and Royce were they're PWC players too.
They are PWC players, but they're not
technically
PWC people who came to NBA, which is what we're tracking.
Yeah. I've been forgotten. Oh no, I don't know how you were forgotten.
Leezy, it's right there.
Yeah.
Lee was on the list of people that they thought that they were like, he's a PWC.
PWC.
It's like, but
Yeah.
he's a mod
Which, to be
here.
fair-
He's been a mod
To be
here.
fair, those people that they mentioned have been playing in PWC as long as they have. So, because I think
that's
this is
fair.
only their
Yeah,
second
if you
season
only
too.
know them from there, but
Yeah.
it's not that they're not, because they're still PWC players. Like it can still, that's like nobody's denying that.
Yep.
But if you were specifically singling them out here, it's like they're very much NBA vets, and they're not.
Yeah, it's
part
kind
the
of
list
like
people that we're looking at when we're talking.
it's
about
kind
that.
of like when people from the Stunfisk server say, "Oh, you're this person from the Stunfisk server," and I'm like, "Yeah, yeah, I guess that's how
was
you would know me, huh?"
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think when it's
Yeah, so
that
if you-
big, then it's like you could say like that you recognize somebody from there, but you're not saying that like they are the person of that origin. Like
Yeah,
that
they're from there.
from the stuff. It's just like I recognize you from the Stunfisk
Yeah.
server. Doesn't mean that you're from the Stunfisk server.
Yeah. Anyways, we see Afonso, Royce, and Leezy both are all at 5 and 3, taking up the 3rd to 5th slots. And funny enough, Leezy just one spot above his twin, who Lethal taking over a roster for the season has done very well with it.
Yeah, ended up.
And
in
then we have
playoffs.
Strange
That's pretty
Name.
good.
Yeah. And this is Lethal hasn't been in Hustle since. Actually, I don't think Lethal has ever been in Hustle. So a good showing from him in the few games that he took over, and that will definitely.
Wait, I thought Lee was in
be
Hustle last
something
season.
to look at. Lethal?
Oh, Lethal. Oh, I thought you said Lee.
Nope. Well, I did say Lee. I just also said Thul at the end.
Yeah, I missed the Thul.
Yeah.
SDL host Nahyma. Yeah.
Yeah. Strange Name in his NBA debut, making into playoffs with a diff tie with Martin Radkow, a longtime vet. Martin had a pretty good season. The high dropple put in a lot of work for him as well. Just losing out, being a little shy on Strange Name's strength of schedule.
Yeah, and this ends up being.
All things... Good.
I was gonna say the differential here, like being the cutoff, like it's literally if you're 4-4 with positive diff, you're in. If you're 4-4 with negative diff, you're out. Like I think that's a fairly like predictable conclusion. I mean, it's not every division is gonna be that clean, but like I think that people have made it in with 4-4, but like you also, I think it's fair to say like, oh well, I had a negative diff, so that's what we always say is like you gotta be careful of that.
Now there's always going to be every season the discussion of like how little differential actually matters, and like how it shouldn't be an actual metric. Like why is somebody like, it's not like winning 4-0 means that you are like 4 times better than your opponent or something, or like somebody holding on to something at like 1% HP in the back that would die to stealth rock came in, like shouldn't count for anything for like a metric of gauging your skill, which I agree, but it's also like every season is also like, well, what else do we gotta use? Because I mean, I'll always make this analogy. Chess players at the end of their game see how many pieces were left on the board to like tally points for their tournament, right? That's not how it works. Or like see how much time was left on their clock or something. Like it's not, things like that don't matter. It's a win is a win and a loss is.
Yeah, and at the end of the day, a win matters more. Like if you won a game +1, it's still like, or sorry, I should say if you win 2 games +1, it's still better than winning 1 game 6-0 and losing the other game. Even though your diff probably looks better, like you're still like, you would rather have the wins. And in a league like this, it's like if you have to have something to be the deciding factor, like it's still kind of like a skill expression thing in a way, right? To find those creative paths to like minimize the diff damage, and like it's a little bit unfortunate for like certain types of teams that have to like sack more, but that's a choice that you make when you're building your team, right? Like I actually tend to like make teams that I don't usually have a big sweeper, and oftentimes I will like play mods that like I kind of have to sack to get the win condition in, instead of like a more clean way of getting them in. And so like my diff a lot of times ends up being just like pretty average, and like and my kills are like spread out across all my mods, because just kind of whoever's in finishes them off. But at the same time, it's like if I'm winning those games, it doesn't matter, because I'm still like going to be high enough in the standings to make the playoffs. Whereas if I was always going for a big YOLO sweep and then that sweep doesn't happen because somebody brought a weird set that doesn't get OHKO'd by the thing that I calced, and I just lose that game, right? Like that's a risk that you take when you're building a team that's like
Yeah.
that's more based around that. Or if you're playing
And
a
that's
passive
what-
mon that gets more abused, like if you're trying to pivot out and they taunt you and it's like, oh, suddenly the game's different. It's like you make those decisions and you
Right,
sacrifice
and that's
diff.
what Overmat versus Zard came down to, because Overmat needed +5 diff in his game versus Zard last week in order to make playoffs. And if he got +5, he was guaranteed in, and if 2 of his mons fainted, he was guaranteed out.
Yeah.
So he played a game plan that was dedicated to, here's this like sweeper. I'm gonna set up with this, and before I die, I'm gonna switch out to this and have it pivot to this, and then start setting up again.
Exactly.
And then switch out to this, pivot to this, start setting up again. And here's my screens,
that's
and
your
here's
only
my
out.
setup, and etc. And now he ended up losing 2 mons and just forfeiting the game because there was no chance for him to make it, which that's completely fair. But it is something that is on your mind. And if you had won more games or had played to better differential throughout the season, you wouldn't be in that spot. Maybe let's say if Matt had played a game where he only lost 1-0 instead of losing 2-0, he only would have needed a +4 diff. So letting 2 Pokemon faint versus Zard would have been okay, and he could have won that game because of that, right? It's very
build differently.
like diff matters. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, diff
Yeah,
matters.
it's like when people say like diff doesn't matter, or like it's really more like don't focus on diff over the game in front of you.
Yeah.
Like if you're just going for diff, like you're gonna have a harder time winning games consistently with those, because the low swings on going for diff are a loss, whereas the low swings on going for just a solid game, sometimes you do still just 5-0 because you had a couple months that were left at like 1% that you didn't need, but sometimes you just get a regular win. But it's better than like if something goes wrong, instead of just being able to sack something and still get a win, that you have nothing to even sack because nothing else matters, like nothing else survives anything because everything's set up, whatever. You know, it ends up like it's why at the end of the season everyone starts paying attention to it. But you can always go back and say like, oh, if only I did this order of turns, you know, in my week 3 game, then I wouldn't be in this situation.
Yeah. Well, let's move on. We can take a look at the actual matchups here. We have Viles versus Martin. Excited to see what the current number one PWC rep is going to bring to playoffs, and it's always fun to see Martin. I know he builds pretty solidly, and from what I remember, I liked his team better now that I think he dropped one of his 3 dragons. Was he the team that had like 3 4x Ice Week dragons or something on it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he dropped one of them, so I like the team a bit more now. No, the Dragon Moves is PF in Truant, who bottomed out the whole league.
Bam.
No, Martin just drafted a bunch of
actually
dragons.
just bad. Yeah, that's right. He did have like, and he didn't have like an ice resistance.
It was like Salaman's Garchomp or something like that with Terra Hydropple.
Yeah.
I don't remember exactly. Maybe Flygon or something. I don't know. Next we have Royce versus Leezy. This is
Salaman's for Mamo. Yeah, that's a good change because that's thick fat Mamo too if you want it.
This is a big friend matchup. These guys have been friends for literally years. There's a lot of history between them.
Yeah, they
and this is also
PWC.
Yeah, it's Royce and Leezy from the Sunfist server.
Yeah.
But it's always excited to see what they cook up. Who knows? Maybe they'll get some of their friends to build together. That'd be funny. I don't know. That's these two playing against each other is always fun. Next we have Lethal versus Afonso. This game has already happened, and I won't tell you what happened. But if you want a head start on your predictions, take a look here and free space.
There are ways to find out.
There are ways to find out. And finally, we have once again Strange Name and Kurumi, both in their NBA debut, and both doing very well, making playoffs. Really hard to gauge how this is going to go. I know that proactive with
you cut out.
With
I heard. I know that blank, and then that was all I heard.
I know that. And so.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Kurumi's been very proactive with scheduling. And has been trying to get ahead of the ball, so we'll see if maybe they play early, maybe even play tonight, play tomorrow. That'd be pretty cool.
Another freebie for the Hustle Division.
Yeah, but Kurumi, don't forget, is running the Mono Unova team and took second place in Hustle. And honestly, I counted them out at the beginning of the season, so I guess I've learned my lesson, and I'm not going to count them out here. Best of luck.
Yeah, we were just talking about Gen 5 in my other group, and just kind of like how diverse and like just how many options like you actually have in the mons in that gen.
Yeah.
Turns out you can make a pretty good draft team.
Are you gonna play in the NHL?
I don't know what is that one.
Stormtide and Atlas just put out an advertisement for a new league in the NBA. Go check that out if you're still here. It's
what does it stand for?
Hold on, let me find it.
We have a PGA, we have an NBA, an NHL.
The Nidoking Heritage League. It's basically it's more like simulating even more an actual sports league, like a fantasy league, where you it's not like a draft, it's like an I think it's an auction and free agency, and you can sign Pokemon to like multi-season deals for a certain price. So let's even say like 10 points a season for 3 seasons to have like Nidoking until for the next 3 seasons, but every season it increases in a generation. So it's starting with season 3 and then generation 3, so like Ruby Sapphire, and then it's going to Diamond Pearl, and then it's going to like Black White and so on. So if you draft, for example, like I even said, like the Nidoking that like gets better over time and will peak when it gets Sheer Force in Gen 5 or whenever it gets it, that would be pretty crazy. Or was it Gen 5 or I don't remember when, but
it was when
there's like a whole bunch
that
of
was when
investment
the
things you can
Dream
do.
World or whatever like added all the hidden abilities.
Yeah.
How does it work with like mons that get evolutions later? Like if I drafted Apom in Gen 3, would I be able to like get Ambipom in Gen 4?
No, I don't think so. But if you draft Porygon 2 in Gen 3, you would just have an Eviolite legal mon in Gen 5 when it gets better, right?
I think it'd be cool if you get like a discount for a cross-gen evolution. So like, you invest in Primeape really early and then you get Annihilape in Gen 9.
Oh, that'd be kind of cool. Maybe you should start out with like Little Cup and you just draft Mankey.
Yeah.
And then like over the generations things can evolve as like more tiers get introduced.
Yeah.
I don't
Gen
know.
1
Definitely
Mankey
interesting. Go check it out.
Speed crits.
It's in the league advertisement channel on Discord. Go check it out. There's I think they're putting out signups right now. So if anybody else is interested, go check that out. I think it'll be fun.
Yeah.
Anyway, back to your regularly scheduled program.
Yeah, we got Swarm up here.
Yep. We've got Panziska, I believe now the only 8-0 player in the league.
Yep.
Congrats to Pan for that. And your Golden Road is still open. You're just 3 games away from being undefeated and taking the crown from Zap, who's the only other player to do that in NBA history. So good luck on your journey.
And
we see
Magic
Red Lantern
Johnson.
and DJ Red Lantern and Mudkip, who end up 6-2 with DJ making the diff, or taking the edge in diff. Yep. Metro and Fairs are here, who are at this point their Swarm mainstays. I know they both came from the Truant division and over the seasons have been improving steadily to get to this point. And I guess they'll just be playing each other in the first round.
Yep.
So that's a really exciting matchup. They've
played
been playing in the same division for a really long time, so that's always exciting. Lukey in his debut, as well as Slingshot Happy, both at 4-4, but Lukey just taking the diff by +1 over Slingshot.
Thank God he survived. That could have gotten ugly if he lost.
True, I know, if he actually died.
Executed on the
spot.
spot.
And then Atlas, just like in the replay we just watched, ended up squeaking over Dave Gregor with just 1 extra diff. Yeah. Good job for making playoffs here. I know that last season you had a bit of an upsetting exit from Hustle, so good to see that you're thriving in Swarm.
So something I just noticed here, and maybe this is like consistent across divisions. I mean, like you would think that the higher you are, the easier your strength of schedule is because you're contributing to their losses. And I know you said that Davey had the tiebreaker, but I didn't realize that's like a pretty big jump from 0.5 to 0.41. It makes me wonder like who the opponents were here, but it also got me looking at Metro's here, which is in 4th place, having a strength of schedule of 0.58, and
that's really good.
I'll take any chance to dunk on Metro here. I think that says that she got some lucky wins against good players.
Maybe.
Like, if those were some of her wins against people who are otherwise very consistent.
Or maybe the only people she lost to were like Mudkip, DJ Pan.
Yeah. Which I don't remember if she played them.
And anybody who played
think she did
Panziska
play.
is going to have kind of a warped schedule.
Right,
Or,
yeah, because
strength
8-0 is
schedule.
going to make your strength of schedule look, or make your worth on somebody else's strength of schedule be a lot more influential.
Yeah. Harry's SOS is fraudulent. Yeah, the .42 is pretty funny.
Yeah. But again,
But I think
.42
that's
as
actually-
the second seed, it's fine because it just
That's
means
actually
that you,
fine, yeah.
Yeah.
As opposed to like seeing the .48 and the .47 for Tony and Skynet at the bottom,
Right.
like it means that they're playing players who aren't winning and still losing, right? So it's
Exactly.
a little tough.
All right, you want to look at the bracket here?
Panziska versus Atlas. First of all, I think that Panziska is going to obviously be the hands down favorite here after going 8-0 during the
Yeah.
season. And Atlas kind of just shakily getting in.
Though you did
But it's never
point
time to
out,
count them out.
you
yeah.
did point out that Atlas came from Hustle last season.
Yep.
So, in some ways, maybe for Panziska, a little unlucky that the 8 seed happens to be a Hustle veteran.
Very true. Yeah, that's very true.
Whereas, like, you might rather have that be somebody who's like their first time in Swarm or their first time playing in general in this league, and then they just squeaked into playoffs. Like, that's usually what you want when you're the 1 seed.
Yeah,
and you're
you
playing
want-
the 8 seed. You don't
yeah,
want
you
the
want a reward.
veteran who just made it in.
Yeah, exactly. But at this point, like you're going against the top 8, there's never really going to
Yeah.
be a free matchup.
Not
And
often.
this is kind of just the best you're going to get, really.
Yeah.
4th versus 5th, we do have, like I mentioned, Metro Fairs.
Yeah, this
They've
is
been
a
playing
common
side by
matchup.
side for a long time. Yeah,
They've
this is a
played
common
so
matchup.
many matches. I feel like they play every season.
If I remember correctly, I feel like Fairs usually takes the edge here. I don't
think he-
actually remember.
I
I'm
think
not
he
much
won
of a
this
historian
season,
myself.
but I think she's won more in past seasons.
Okay.
Maybe. I
Well,
don't
it's always fun to watch, regardless.
remember. I think they've played in playoffs
the
before,
outcome.
actually.
Yeah, I think so.
He might have knocked her out last season.
Lukey versus Mudkip is next. Like I've said, this is his first time in the league. I'm glad he's not dead.
Yeah, we're all
And,
thankful he didn't perish.
Yeah, and Mudkip is here coming up from Truant after kind of being stuck there for a long time. This is definitely his. I don't know. He took it personally that he didn't get up into Swarm for so long, so he's here to prove that he actually belongs even higher. Looking
better.
forward to this matchup. Yep, and finally we
Fan
have
asked, do I
Slingshot
need to
versus
win
DJ.
finals to make hustle? And I would say absolutely yes. If you don't win finals, you're actually getting demoted back to Truant. Or not back to Truant,
It's
you'll be
true.
there for the first time.
If you don't win finals, we're making a 5th division, and you'll be the first player there.
Because if you go 8-0 and you don't win at all, that means that you underperformed, and people who underperformed get demoted to the lower division.
It's true. See ya.
That's just
Actually,
math.
now even just thinking about it, I'm picturing you underperforming, and I think you just did in the bottom. Sorry.
Yeah. Really, when you picture it, it does it kind of just makes you want to just finalize that now.
Yeah. I'll just pen you in right now.
Yeah. Thanks for asking.
Okay.
So
Last up, sorry, we
Last
do
one,
have Slingshot versus DJ Red Lantern. I know we've talked a lot about DJ this season, especially, and I think he took a couple seasons off here, if I remember
he
correctly.
did, yeah. He was still
Yeah,
playing in our
so-
other one, but this is his first time back. I think since season 3 or season 2.
I don't think it's been that long, but it's been a little while. Regardless, it's good to see that he's still got it, and I mean, coming second, no joke. And you played some pretty good players to get here. I know your strength of schedule is rather low, but you're in second place for a reason.
Yeah, it's to be
so
expected.
hope you can show us. Yeah, hope you can show us what it is that you had that's in your secret formula that made you get here.
It's terrible.
And for Slingshot, I hope to see Grungus.
Grungus! I don't know if Grungus is going to come against Terra Venusaur and Sun.
Surely, I mean, maybe.
What does it do to Venusaur? Because that's the Among
it
that's the
tells it
Among
in
Us.
chat that
The
it's
Among
the
Us.
su-
Amogus.
yeah. It tells it in chat that it's the superior grass poison.
True.
So then Venusaur tears away and says, "Fine, you can have it."
Sure. You're right. I expect this to happen in the match.
Swarm division. We've got one left.
Yep, here's Truant.
And Chemfruit, number 1, is trying to swap places with Panziska. Definitely is a head over of the division in trying to get back to Swarm. I know that Chemfruit and
Oh, I
Falk
get
were
it
both
now. I was like,
demoted
what
last
do you
season.
mean? Yeah, but yeah, because Francis was already confirmed demoted. Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, Chem and Falk were both demoted and definitely have made a case that that was the wrong call.
Yeah.
So good to see that they are. I mean, it sucks you took it a little personally, but I'm glad you're showing up. Made them a little angry. Major comeback with a great start to their NBA dynasty. I'm sure that you're definitely going to come back for another season. You're not done with Nat Dex. You're not done with. You're going to play again next season.
Whoa.
Maybe putting the Smurf allegations to test though. And good guy Greg also barely with a positive diff at 6-2, which is pretty crazy.
I was gonna say I wasn't sure if that was. Yeah, that's definitely the 6-2 being a low diff than rather than these two, because if these two are tied. Oh, by the way, we didn't talk about this, but so well, I think we did when we were saying like what the who had the tiebreaker of strength of schedule. This is a wild tie. 6-2 plus 18. Like the other ones were like I think it was like the 4-4 plus 2, and then I think Swarm had, or no, maybe it was All Star had the other one. 4-4 plus 0. Like those are like more expected, but the 6-2 plus 18. Yeah, coming down to strength of schedule.
Yeah, I mean, considering the other 6-2 is plus 5, that 18 feels like it comes out of nowhere.
Yeah, but it really is the plus 5 that's out of nowhere. I think.
True.
That is out of all of your wins totaled less mons, like less.
But then look at the diff after Lilia at 5-3 plus 12. The diff drops off a cliff. It's plus 2, minus 1, minus 2, all the way down. Yeah. So that's definitely true. Some players feel like they're maybe running away with the division. Some games that were not as close as their opponents would have liked them to be.
Yeah.
But I mean, if you're good at the game, you can just win solid games with a lot of mon standing, and I feel like those 4 in particular, with Lilia, Major, Falk, and Cam, just prove that they deserve to be in the top. Yeah. And Greg just squeaking away with wins, or maybe he had just one poor loss.
Yeah, it could be just solid wins and then like one really bad loss out of the two.
I mean, maybe he would have been like plus 10, but then got like 6-0'd, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. Now this division, we have a 3-5 minus 2 making the playoffs.
Now, what comes to mind for me there, I think I mentioned to you before, I'm not sure if it's the only time it's happened, but the only time that I can remember it happening right now, where a negative win-loss player made it into playoffs, was when Roy Ace won the Truant division, the smaller, like, reduced in size Truant division, at 3-5, came in by squeaking into playoffs and won the whole division. So if history
it's a good sign,
itself, which I'm pretty sure it does, Rosie,
does.
Now might be your time. You got to kick it up in the second gear here.
So should we like preemptively promote Rosie then, and then we could just make that trade?
So. When Rosie keeps Chemfruit round 1, I think we demote Chemfruit down to where we're gonna demote Penska. So they can both be in the bottom division together. Right. And Rosie can move up to Hustle.
I think that makes sense. Yeah, skip Swarm, yeah, for sure.
Yep. I mean, if Chemfruit deserved Swarm before this and then lost, they both just skip a division in the other direction.
Right. Because you double it, because you beat them, which is one division. But then they also lost, so you're taking their potential promotion as well. So it's actually 2 divisions.
Yeah, and then you double it and give it to the next person.
Yeah. Yeah. So really, I guess it's round 2 matters a lot, because that person's going to All-Star.
It's true.
Let's look at the playoff bracket.
Yeah, let's see. We do have, like we said, Chem versus Rosie. We kind of just talked about that. So
yeah, we already know
Rosie, you better win. Chem, you better win.
Et cetera, et cetera.
Best of luck. Yep. Next, we have Good Guy Greg versus Lilia. They have very similar records. I know that Greg has an extra win, but Lilia's diff is hard to argue with. So I think this will be really tight. I know that it's 4th versus 5th, and those matchups are always really tense, but I don't think that either one necessarily is above or below the other, and that'll be really exciting. Next, we have C2 and Major Comeback. We need Major to represent the PWC once again. Same with Lilia, but Comeback being the higher seed of the two, we're expecting some more things out of you. So
What's
best of
nice
luck.
that they're in different legs of the bracket, so we could
Yeah,
have
so
a
they won't even
PWC
play until finals. Yeah, that would be pretty sweet. I want to see it happen. Make it happen, guys. We also have C2 here. C2's been honestly performing really well, and
Yeah.
I think I remember like seeing their games was always good. Oh, that reminded me. I saw a license plate like recently
Well,
that
are you
was
gonna dox somebody's car?
CTWO something something something. I took a picture of it.
Definitely dox them. Post it in the chat.
I'm gonna dox them and post it in chat. And the final matchup is we have Neon versus Falk. We didn't really talk much about Neon in the standings overview. I know he's been very happy with Entei and Terra Chansey. I think
Terra Entei and Terra Chansey?
Yeah, Terra Entei and Terra Chansey. Sorry if I cut out there.
I heard Terra
Chansey's been
Entei.
Yeah, Terra Entei and Terra Chansey. The Chansey, he's kind of just T-waving everything.
Yeah.
And that's the game plan.
Hey, I mean, we talked about
so,
T-wave.
hey, if it works, it works.
You take the mood slot, but it gets a lot of value.
Yeah. Falk, on the other hand, we do know that Falk, historically in Swarm at least, has been known for kind of being figured out by this time in the playoffs. So I expect, especially being the second seed, that this is his time to bust out some heat. Maybe now that some scouting is going to be more common, make sure that he doesn't bring some of the same sets that he has over the season.
Yeah.
And should honestly probably have a pretty good path to victory here. So still excited to see that. We'll see if he can break through Neon's favorite Chansey set. And yeah, it'll be good to watch.
Nice.
Yeah, that's what we got for the Truant, and that's the last of our 4 divisions. Did you want to take a look at the predictions, or do you want to just send those live?
I think it would be best to just send them out.
Yeah, cool.
We talked a little bit about them, and I actually don't.
Yeah.
Manager. But yeah, I want people to pick themselves, because I don't want to spoil my.
We don't do that here.
Yeah. It would be too easy if I would just copy my picks.
Yeah. Well, I guess something before we go. So first of all, obviously, as we just mentioned, fill out those the playoff bracket predictions. We'll only have them open for a couple days.
Oh god,
maybe just like 2 days or so.
Hold on. Don't click those links. They're probably going to bring you to very suspicious websites.
Fill out the prediction brackets when you can. We'll post them here in chat, and we'll post them on Discord. As well, don't forget, before we close the off-season poll, we really want to hear from you for what kind of format you'd like to see for the off-season. And even if you aren't interested in all of them or in any of them, we'd still like some feedback on which ones you think are the best. Ones that, for example, maybe the second or third most popular, we might run as like speed tour kind of thing in the future, maybe not a full season. So here are the prediction brackets in the chat that Toady just posted for us. Thank you for that. The off-season poll is still in announcements in the Discord server. And yeah, we're really excited to get into playoffs.
And I set the brackets so that it's what we did, I think, the last time that we did it, which is like the linear point scaling. So it's like it doesn't matter, like getting just grand finals right doesn't just like suddenly make you win the entire thing, because it's worth 8 points. Like it's worth a lot less. So like you do want to just like focus on each individual matchup and not just like getting grand finals right.
Yep. Yeah, I think that's best too.
Yeah.
Okay, awesome.
And those will remain open until, I mean, like, I would say, like, at the latest, the end of the day tomorrow. But if we see some games, like, start getting scheduled or played, we might close it a little early. But the best time to do it would just be tonight. Just take some time and go through real quick. Get your predictions in. And I did make it so I think you can see that other people submitted predictions, but it said that you can't see their predictions. So we'll go over them after all of this, when we're like seeing like, oh, who was the best one, right? Who had the correct bracket. But you won't be able to see other people's votes yet. You'll just be able to see if they submitted.
Yeah, with that, I think we're pretty much caught up. We won't be having another stream for a little while until probably the end of the playoffs, where we'll go over we'll basically do a like one whole playoff review stream.
Yeah,
It'll
I think
probably
we
be a
usually
bit
just
longer.
end up doing the
Like,
finals. Is like
we
kind
can
of
at
how we.
least do all the finals
Yeah.
and maybe like an extra highlight from each of the semifinals. I think would be a good way to do it. Unless you want to break it up into a couple of weeks where like
Yeah, I think we've
finals
talked about
week-
doing that before, where it's like, oh, we'll do all the finals and all this, and then we end up just being like, all right, we're just doing all the finals. Like
Yeah.
we're not doing 8 replays today.
yeah, so we can figure it out.
Yeah, we can split it up. If we need
Maybe
to.
maybe we can like do a stream during the finals week to go over all of semis or some of semis.
Yeah, that would be an
During the
option.
finals week, that would be pretty good.
Yeah.
But
And then kind of
yeah,
like
we'll figure it out.
talk about the finals matchups.
Yep. Anyways, I think I hear my worst enemy coming, and he's telling me I have to. It's unfortunate. Unfortunate timing, because I'm probably about to go play some games and not shower.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
I don't think he's home right now. Actually, he went to grab something.
Well, that's good. Well,
I guess
thank
you know what
you
you
for
could do
tuning
though.
in.
Maybe
Yeah.
like tell a joke or something. Feel some of the.
Okay, well, I'll tell a joke. Actually, instead of telling a joke, I'm going to thank everyone for coming to chat. So Pan, Martin, Harry, Leezy, Eager, Azzy, Banhara, Drix. Who else do we have? C2, Rice. Pretty sure that's everybody. Thank you for coming in. Drix, if you're still here, here's the shout out that I promised you. If you're not here, I take it back. I'm not shouting you out.
That was the worst joke I've ever heard. It was really bad. It was not funny
Thanks,
at all.
man.
Not funny. They don't laugh.